started with photography, but yeah, I used to work with Jain Brothers as an office peon, and they used to have a camera. They used to have a camera rental house, so they used to send their cameras, digibita cameras on shoots. So one day, actually, they were running out of attendance. So the chief attendant was cribbing, and Ashok Jain said, "के इसको लेके जाओ बैठा है." So I went with him first time on the set, and I still remember that shoot was in Catering College, Prabhadevi, and the first day on the set was so fascinating for me, and believe me, the only reason behind that was the food. Because after a long time I was seeing such a great food, like sweets, cold drinks, so many dishes. So that day I thought I should be in this field. So as an attendant I was working with these great Indian DPs like Ashok Mehtaji, Anil Mehtaji, WICA Chandran, Mahesh Sir, Vinod Pradhanji, Varun Mukherjee. And while working with them I realized that this is very interesting and I think I can do that. So that was the first kick I got from all this great DP. While seeing them on the set, the way they used to work, the way they used to express their creativity, their talent on screen. So I think that was the kick point. I didn't get time or I didn't had opportunity to go to any film school and take a proper training or take a proper theory training from any film school. So yeah, I've spent many years as a camera attendant in my life. So whenever I used to go with the camera for a shoot with all these great DPs like as I said, Vinodji, Ashokji, Anilji, Maheshji, Varunji. So what I used to do, I used to go 1 hour before on set, early on set, and before they could come on set, I used to stand there. And I used to imagine I am DP and I have to light up this set. So what would be my reaction? How would I start? And obviously at their time they used to come, they used to start their own lighting. And after seeing their lighting, I used to compare what I was thinking and what they have done. So where I have gone wrong. I mean, whether I am right or they are right. They are wrong or I am wrong. So I used to compare all the time, this is what I have done, this is what they have done. So what is right? Okay, this is what they have done is right and why. So I used to ask them questions like, what is the reason behind this? What is the reason behind that? And at the same time I started reading American Cinematography magazines. I mean, as a camera attendant, I have learned a lot from those magazines because you get to know what is happening in the world, what kind of technology they are using, what kind of equipment they are using, what kind of camera movement they are using, what kind of cinematic language they are trying to express. You get to know all this. I think that was the basic training what I have learned by myself. There was a DOP, there is a DOP called Jacob Hede, he's a Swedish DP, and whenever he used to come to Bombay to shoot commercials, he used to call my camera. So I used to work with him as a camera attendant come focus puller, because normally with the film DPs they work with a very limited crew, so I was the only one with him. And then he signed a film with Sujit Sarkar. It's called, the name of the film was Yaha, with Jimmy Shergill and Manisha Lamba. And that was my first film where he asked me, Laxman, will you assist me for this film? And yeah, that was my first film, that was my first job as a chief assistant cameraman to Jacob Hede. And I learned a lot from him. I mean, the kind of cinematic language he was expressing on that film, it was very different and very unusual for me. And yeah, I would tell you one scene, like I was shooting with him and he was late and there was a set in Kashmir hospital set. And he said, Laxman, I'm going to be late, so you start lighting. So as usual, I saw the window and I kept one HMI outside the window, nice bright sun source inside the hospital room. and it was looking beautiful. So he came, he saw everything and he said, Laxman is looking beautiful, but she's dying, isn't it? So I looked at him and I said, yes. So he said, your lighting is so happy. You may not connect what you want to say. You may not express your director's vision or director's thoughts to the audience because you are lighting up. Your lighting is happy, but the scene is sad, and the director wants to tell something else, and you want to tell something else. So switch off this light, and then he just put one multi-20 bounced, and he started shooting in a very flat mood. And when I saw the film, and I realized, okay, lighting is not about making it look beautiful. Lighting is all about making it look believable. So yeah. After assisting with Jacob for one film, I made up my mind that I am going to be a cinematographer. I came back from that outdoor, I went and met my boss, Mr. And I said, I'm not going to work with you as a camera attendant from tomorrow, I'm going to start as a cinematographer. And he was like, are you mad? It's not possible because you have been working, yesterday you have been working as a camera attendant, and how you are going to be cinematographer? So I said, let me try at least. So he said, okay, if it is not, you think it's tough, you can always come back, these doors are always open. And then I shot 2 commercials for Sujit Sarkar. And Sujit Sarkar saw my work and he told me that, Laxman, you need to, your work is nice, but no one is going to believe you, or no one is going to take you seriously because people have not seen you working as even assistant cameraman. They have seen you working as a camera attendant. So he said you should assist somebody for a few days. And he only spoke to Mr. K. Mohan, and then I went and met him. I started working with Mohan sir, and I assisted Mohan sir for a year. And it was a great experience. I learned so much from him. Not only work, but yes, beyond that, his calmness, his coolness, his nature. How you see, as a DOP, it's everyone try their level best, but you try to express your creativity, you try to do great work, but at the same time, you have to be a nice human being. So I think that's what I learned from Mohan sir. And I worked with him for a year, and I got a call from Mukhtar's because I had shot a music video with Anthony D'Souza when I was a camera attendant. And Mr. Ghai must have seen that music video, and they called me to shoot their small budget feature film. And that was my biggest break actually, because I was not worried about the budget. I just wanted opportunity to express myself. I just needed opportunity to express my creative talent. And yeah, that was my first film. I shot that film for 40 days. And immediately after that, I got a Blue. That point of time, it was India's biggest budget film, and thanks to Mr. Anthony D'Souza that he had faith in me, and he believed me that I can shoot action film. So yeah, that's how it is. Obviously, when we choose the script, I think the most important factor is the story, and beyond that, the director. Sometimes what happens, the story is nice, but if the director is not right for that particular script, how is he going to express, how is he going to make a good film? So sometimes what happens, the director is nice, but the script is not good. So you have to balance, you have to have faith in your director, that okay, the script is okay, but he is sensible, he can pull out, he can make a great picture out of it. So you have to have that faith. And to be very frank, every cinematographer waits for the good script, but how many good scripts are there? If you just decided to, okay, I'll wait for the good script. You may not work for 2 years. So yeah, I'm being fortunate that I got back-to-back good scripts like Hindi medium, English English, Dekh Indian Circus, Dear Zindagi. Recently I finished 102 Not Out. So yes, I was lucky to have this kind of script with great directors like Gauri Shinde, Umesh Shukla, and also yeah. But yeah, the most important factor when I choose the script, obviously the story and the team and the people, because same time the story is nice, the script is nice, but the surrounding, the atmosphere is not good, then you don't enjoy, because when we work on the set, when we make movies, it's like picnic for us. I believe that we should enjoy each and every day, each and every moment on the set. And that happens only when you have a good team, good director, good art director, good production, good actors. Then it's fun. Then every film is festival. But if that is not there, then you kind of you start counting days. Oh, 30 दिन हो गए, 20 बचे, 50 हो गए, 10 बचे. So that happens always. But yes, story is the most important thing. I think you're honest to yourself. If you're seeing the world honestly, if you're looking at the nature honestly, if you can feel the nature, every art is inside you. You just have to boost yourself. You just have to grow yourself. If you ask me in my case, I didn't even thought that I'm going to be a cinematographer. No, but I realized that art is within me and I can develop that art after a point. And that's what I have done. I have directed 2 films, like Tapal and Parshirani. So the idea behind that was, as a cinematographer, I shoot for other directors. I try to express their vision, their thought on screen. But what about what I have seen? What about what I have experienced? What about what I have gone through? What about the kind of emotions I have seen? So for that I have to make my own films. So I never learned a direction. But yes, if you are honest to yourself, if you are honest to your life, to your society, to the nature, to the world, yes, every person can make one beautiful film, because every day we meet so many people, every day we see various kind of light, so many colors, and if we utilize our daily routine in our creative world, yes, I think every person can make one beautiful film. I shot Hindi medium, and after that I shot one more film called 102 Not Out. It's for Rising Sun, and the director is Umesh Shukla. And it's with Mr. Bachchan Saab and Rishi Kapoor ji. And again, it's different. As I said, I'm fortunate that I'm lucky that every project, every film comes with a challenge. The entire film is inside the house, and it was a big challenge for me that it has to look believable, but same time it has to look beautiful, so audience can connect with your character and we can hold them to watch the entire film in one house. So yeah, it was challenging, but yeah, I think I've done a decent job, let's say. Yeah, for inspiration, there are so many things around you. You can get inspired by a light falling in your bathroom through a lowers. That could be inspiration. You can get inspiration if you are in the park. You can get inspiration from anywhere if you are into it. But yeah, I do watch lots of Hollywood films as well. I mean, I keep seeing Victoria Stallone's, Roger Deakins and Dorius Conji's work. But same time, I get more inspiration from uh, Mr. Vinod Pradhan, Mr. Navin Mehta, Mr. Ravi Chandran, Mr. K. V. Mohanan. Because yes, I mean, when I watch Hollywood films and when I read about them in American Cinematographer magazine, I come to know that they have everything standby on set. They have multiple cameras, they have multiple cranes, they have dollies, they have jeep, they have techno, they have everything. But when we see Virasat or when we see Dil Chahta Hai or when we see Devdas or when we see Rang De Basanti or when we see Finding Fanny, you know, these great people have achieved these beautiful cinematic visuals without having any big taamjham. You know, whatever they had, one camera, crane, dolly, with the basic equipment, our Indian cinematographers can achieve a beautiful visuals. And that's the best part. I mean, that's what I learned from all. I keep watching their works. Like as Vinodji, Ashokji has done a fantastic job. The kind of films he has shot. I mean, yeah, we have. There are so many great Indian DPs. Like Setu, I love Setu's work. Like Kahani, the way he has shot, or Dangal, the way he has shot. I mean, every frame. I mean, there are so many Indian DPs. If you are into it, and you can, you know, they can inspire you, or they can be your inspiration. You just have to follow them. You just have to keep seeing their work. At present, we are into a pre-production of Student of the Year Part 2, and same time I am planning to direct my own film, Hindi film. So let's see, I mean, very soon Student of the Year will go on floor, and maybe after that in future, whenever I get time, whenever I get free time, I'm trying to express my own stories. Actually, for me, every project is a dream project. I mean, believe me, it's my own experience. Like, even when I used to shoot documentaries, even when I used to shoot corporate films or interview or making, I used to think that this is going to be an Oscar. So, for example, when I shot my first music video with Anthony D'Souza in Rajasthan, I was in my imagination that this is going to get an Oscar. So, when you work with this kind of honesty, don't ever think that people are not going to notice your work. You keep doing your work with honesty, and people are going to watch, people are going to notice your work from all around the world. And that's how I got a call from Mr. K. So, yeah, every project is a dream project for me. Every morning is a dream morning for me, and every set is a dream set for me. Actually, what happens? I mean, on set, the cinematographer is a commander after director. He controls the set. He controls his light boys. He controls the camera. He controls the set basically. As such, I have not done any blunder, but yes, as being a human, every person makes mistake. But what happens sometimes, not sometimes, I think all the times, you are at the position where even if you do mistake, you have to project, no, that is right, purposely I have done that. So people can take you seriously. So that's how it works. Yeah, because what happens sometimes when you're shooting with stars, so he'll come for 4-5 hours and then the director, producer are like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, you have to finish it fast. He has to go at 3 o'clock, he has to go at 5 o'clock. So while shooting sometimes you skip something and sometimes you jump axis, and then first AD or second AD will come to you and say, have you jumped axis? So, but this kind of situation, you have to be ready to solve this problem in next shot. So you can answer her or him at that point of time that I have done it purposely. So that happens always. I think with everyone, as a commander, you cannot, as a cinematographer, you cannot say, oh, I made a mistake, let's do it again. No, people will disrespect you. Even if you are doing mistake, just project that purposely I have done it, it's my style. Unless and until it's a big mistake like underexposed and out of focus and all, those things are always, you can retake and all. But yeah. I don't know what advice I should give to young cinematographer, because I'm still getting inspired by all legend cinematographer. But yeah, I would say that be honest to yourself. Don't try to make it look beautiful, try to make it look believable. And yeah, I mean, don't even think while shooting that, oh, I'll get award, I have to do this for an award, for filmfare, for screen, for this. No, just be honest to yourself, just be with the character more than making it look beautiful. Try and think, if you have a good story, try and express your character's state of mind to the audience so they can connect with the story very well, and they can sit in the cinema hall for 2.5 hours and they can watch your film. Yeah. I have not taken a proper education, not even a school education, let me be very frank with you. I mean, I'm just a SSC fail person, 10th fail. So I don't have as such a reading habit, but yeah, I do read lots of cinematic books like American Cinematography magazines and manuals, and many books I have. But apart from that, I don't like to read the stories and all. Yeah, I like Sufi music. But more than book, I would say I like to read people. I like to read their faces, I like to read their eyes. And yeah, I can mimic people. So, so I think if you are traveling and even if you meet two people and if you observe them very well, it's equal to your reading two books. So sometimes I feel reading is a good habit, but I'm taking it differently because I don't have that habit. So sometimes I feel if you read a nature, if you read a world around you, that's going to be your own perspective. But when you read the book which has written by somebody else's, you are reading somebody else's perspective. And what about your own perspective? Yeah, sometimes when I read the book, I do read the writer's perspective, but if I am not agree with that perspective, I just shut the book and keep it lying, and I start reading my own perspective. Because I seriously believe that if we live each and every moment with open eyes, there are so much around us, and every day you can read one book at least. But yeah, you have to have that thing inside you. As a camera attendant, I have worked with all these great DPs, and I should be thankful to Western India Cinematographer Association, because even they have seen me working as a camera attendant, but happily they have accepted me as a cinematographer, and they are taking my interview today. So seriously, thank you so much for giving me this honor and accepting me in your society. Thank you.